high fashion look made for you in Italy from our ultrafine sterling silver. Doesn't this look like two beads of molten liquid that just have been frozen in time? I think it's such a beautiful design. We're doing a sale price for you, lowest price we've been able to bring you, and a couple choices. This is that classic ultrafine sterling silver. We also have the ultrafine with another little bead with 18 karat yellow gold over that ultrafine sterling silver. And then we have the entire 18 karat yellow gold over that ultrafine sterling silver. Sizes 4 through 11 are available for you. J444533. Patricia, this to me is a really modern design that has been done beautifully by Ultrafine.
Right. So when I was talking at the beginning of the show about us really bringing in designers from all over the world that work for very high-end fashion houses, this ring actually was done by a designer that has worked for a very, very expensive fashion house and came and did this one-off piece for us. Now, these are the pieces, Vanessa, that I like to say really showcase what Ultrafine it is at its core as a collection, because you don't have any gemstones, here that are going to take the show. Like the silver really is what shines here. So to be able to have something that is artistic, that is unique, that really showcases the metal in itself is really special. We talked about how it is really difficult in jewelry and especially in design to give you movement without any moving pieces. So this gives you, that fluidity, those waves of the Mediterranean crashing over. I almost see it like a kiss, like kind of like a set of lips when I look at it, which I think is really great. But that two-tone is, again, just permission to play with your metals and just something that really, like if you are at your core a silver lover, if you are a metal lover, the high polish is here. Like this is just elegance, timeless. You'll never go into your jewelry box and think, oh my gosh, I don't want to wear this. You're going to want to wear it all the time.
And you will wear it all the time because it's so comfortable, Patricia. Like even with the bold look that I'm getting, it's a lot of metal across my finger. I don't have like an uncomfortable moment when I'm trying to open and close my hand. It's not going to my knuckle. But then the way that it tapers in makes it feel like nothing in between my fingers.
Right. So we have, again, like that very thin band in the back. And then the designer wanted to give you, again, the silver coming in from the sides, going over, giving you a little bit almost of a higher profile too. If you show everybody on your hand, Vanessa, how it comes up a little bit, it's not completely flat. So this is, again, going to have that really a lot of volume, a lot of real estate on your hand, but again, be very comfortable. I always laugh too, Vanessa, when we go to Italy, when we go to Italy,
when we go,
you'll know,
keyword when.
This is what I'm saying, when, not if, when we go. You notice too, it's funny, Italians have a tendency to speak with their hands. And whenever you watch the women who are eating, and lunching together, you're like, you just notice like the bracelets and the hands and the rings that they're wearing are also fabulous. And it's like they drink their Campari spritzes like with a little bit more elegance and class to it. I mean, this is just a timeless look. It makes you feel, very elevated and put together. I always say too, you have the pieces in your fashion wardrobe that you love to wear. Change things up with the jewelry. You can have a totally different life and personality to the pieces you already love when you put on beautiful high-end luxury jewelry.
Patricia, these remind me a little bit too of the earrings that many of us may have picked up that have that teardrop design that like took the jewelry world by storm.
Oh, yes, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, those. Yes. Well, yes. I mean, I add the designer is from that fashion house. So,
oh, really?
Yes,
yes. Okay.
Yes.
I was just thinking that looking at Blair's finger, I was like, I'm kind of, That's really funny because I was like, just looking at Blair's finger, I was like, they kind of have the shape of sort of like those earrings, that teardrop that's like suspended from your ear that many of us have been loving in jewelry. And look at that. You're like, actually, yes, yes, you're onto something.
Yes,
you're picking up what's going on
something.
here.
You picked that up right. Yes, that designer has worked for that fashion house. So yes, there is a little bit of inspiration, I'm sure, there.
That's so cool because I know many of us love that design. So now you have something that really matches in beautifully. So you make your decision. This is the two-tone that I have on. So you get the ultrafine sterling silver and then that 18 karat yellow gold over the ultrafine sterling silver. Sizes 4 through 11.
Just so chic on your hands.
I think it's so
I mean,
beautiful.
it really does. Like even just like you're wearing it just on its own. I mean, it is like how do you not like stop and stare at a ring like that? It's just it looks breathtaking.
It's a grab your hand ring. Like, when someone's like,
It
oh my
is.
gosh, I love that ring. It's one of those. And then we also have the ultra fine. So that classic ultra fine look, most limited here, or you can get that 18 karat yellow gold over ultra fine. $15 a month on Easy Pay. J444533 is your item number. It has a beautiful fit. It tapers really nicely, and it could just be a fashion ring for you, or it could kind of symbolize a little bit of togetherness because it almost looks like a hug around your finger, Patricia, which I think is nice.
Yeah, it does have that element to it. Like I said, I see it almost like as a kiss coming in together, but it does have, the meaning of two. And again, it's the fluidity to it. It's a perfect piece, I think, that if you are kind of tiptoeing around the idea of getting a two-tone look, this is like a piece that really would be a great way to start into that whole fashion trend and, giving you permission to actually mix and match your other metals. But the design, again, is just, it's unique, it's high polished, so you really know that there is nowhere to hide. It has to be perfect in every way, shape, or form. And again, it's comfortable to wear even on a day-to-day basis. Sometimes when we have rings, especially that are larger in as far as like the presence that they have on your hand or the real estate, it's not necessarily something you're going to want to wear every day. But this is like, I kind of like how you said it, Vanessa, like, grab your hand ring. I also like to call this like a 10 table ring because
Oh,
like
okay.
usually when you think, so even sitting 10 tables away, you could see it from from the other table. Like usually that would be reserved for gemstones or like really big diamonds, but this again has the presence. You have the whiter, brighter, ultra fine silver, and you also have that 18 karat gold that is plated all the ultra fine, which is something, by the way, I'm going to add really quickly for those of you who don't know, something we were just started to be able to do about a year, I'm going to say a year and a half ago now, because before the technology simply was not there to be able to do plating over 95 carats, pure silver. So, of course, when there's a problem, the Italians get right to it, and it took them a few years to fix it, but we're now able to do it so that that plating over the 950 silver, which is better at its core, will not come off. So this is really great news for us.
Oh, yeah, because I do remember when you brought in your first like pieces with the gold over. Now that makes sense as to why you didn't have them before. And now we're able to sort of play with our looks a little bit more. So choose which option you love the most. Sizes 4 through 11. We have that ultra fine, the classic. We have the two-tone where you get the 18 karat yellow gold over sterling silver, or the yellow where you're getting all of that yellow gold over that ultra fine sterling silver for $15 easy pay. J444533. You can shop our spring jewelry event on QVC.com. We have lots of pieces available: rings, earrings, we have gold, silver, gemstones. So choose your favorite and go shopping and enjoy all of those sale prices. Patricia, since we saved some money,